Hi, it's Charlie. I've commandeered the kitchen table because we took a trip to Nashville, and on the way we stopped off at Hobby Lobby. What a great place that is. So I'm going to show you what I found there and some of the purchases that I made. So the first thing I'm going to show you is this lights and hub set where you can hook up all the lights on your layout, and there's a description here how to use it as a single unit or if you have multiple units, and they include two warm white LED stick-on lights. Now that was $20 US. I had seen this in previous visits, but I wasn't sure if I really needed or wanted it. In this particular occasion, I decided, yeah, it's a good idea. It just adds something extra to the layout. So that was a good find. I don't think you can find it any cheaper anywhere else because I've looked for it. And you know, this is in the jewellery section. I found this, and it's a tiny chain, and you know, really would be ideal. Oh, you can see how fine it is. It'd be ideal for securing loads to wagons. So I thought that was a good buy. And there's 16 inches of it. It didn't cost very much. Well, it was $6.50. But I thought that was worth it. Now, as you know, or you probably know, I do a bit of artwork, so I picked up this nice handy little mixed media sketchbook for $4. That was a pretty good deal. And then I found these brass, well, I think they're brass mini scratch brushes, and it was $2. I mean, what a steal that was. Hope you can see that properly there. Yeah, $2. You know, there's loads of applications you could use this for, and I thought that was a handy thing to have, and couldn't resist that one. Excuse me. So for $3, I got this hookup wire, and there's 24 feet of it, and that's a fairly reasonable deal for $3. As you know, when you're doing a layout, you can never have enough of this stuff, and you don't want to run out. So I picked up these gluing tips. They were testers. I think they might have been $4 or $5. And you know, recently I was using the super glue, and as I was pressing the little tube, it leaked out from somewhere and I got it all over my fingers. I thought this would be, it would save from that happening maybe, and make for a cleaner application. So I don't think it was very expensive. And it was from Rust-Oleum. These are the people that make a lot of the spray cans. So evergreen scale models for scratch building. It was $4, and there was one each of the 0.01, 0.02 and 0.04 thicknesses, and $4 for 3. I think that was a reasonable price, and I will put it to good use, absolutely. And the nice thing about this, in the back, it gives you instructions for cutting, cementing, get a wood grain, painting it and weathering it. So I think that's terrific, and it gives you a scale conversion. Although 1:76 is conspicuous by its absence, of course, because this is an American product, and you know, it's all 1:87, although they do say 1:72. But yeah, you can never have enough of this stuff, as Boomer will tell you if you watch Boomer's dioramas. And then this map medium, it's not cheap. I mean, that was $13 for 237 millilitres. But this is great stuff. Once again, if you watch Boomer's dioramas, you'll find out how you can apply it. But you can use it for things like adding texture or thickness to model trees that you make from wire or any other material, and it's really great for that. Next thing is Mod Podge. Now that was $7, and it's 16 fluid ounces, or 473 millilitres, and that was a good deal for that size, because I think a smaller bottle, maybe about that size here in the Toronto area, would be $5. Anyway, this is great for all your modelling needs. And then the last thing that I picked up for $5, let's see if you can see it properly, are these people. Now, it doesn't tell you which scale these people are, but I'm guessing they would be 1:87. But there are 16 of them in there, and I thought that was a great deal. So if you're ever in Hobby Lobby, have a look for these. So I hope you enjoyed seeing what I purchased on our trip to Nashville, which is, it's a 12-hour drive from Toronto. And so we stopped over one night on the way down and did the same on the way back. Took our time and saw lots of interesting things along the way. And I'm going to be showing you a video that I made at a railroad museum, and we did a tour of the train that's being refurbished completely, with a tour through all the carriages, including the Pullmans, which was interesting because, you know, Pullman is an American company and they sold the rights to British Railways at one point. and we also stopped at the Corvette factory in Bowling Green and toured the museum if you're interested in cars. And also we went to the Air and Space Museum, which was built for Neil Armstrong, and unfortunately it was closed, but it was really nice just to see it. It's a great thing about America, there are lots of interesting things to see. Anyway, let's get back on track and have a look at the layout.
Well, this is Louis and Nashville Railroad, and there's the museum over there. We're in Bowling Green, Kentucky, and this train is getting a wash, and I guess they're putting new paintwork or film onto the windows. Let's just have a look here at the front. There you go, at number 796, Louisville and Nashville. And there might be some Pullman cars in there. As you see, they're taping up the windows, whether that's to paint the cars or just protect them as they're being cleaned off. So they're in the process of repainting it, cleaning it off, sanding everything down, and then painting, restoring the whole train. That's outstanding. So welcome to historic Bowling Green rail park. We're just going to go inside and check out the museum. If you're ever on your way south down I-65, make a point of stopping off here at the rail park. And then not too far from here is the Corvette plant and museum, and we'll visit that later. So let's take a look inside.
We have some work being done
Yep.
on the first two cars, so he got them on here and he probably took them to the very first car, so
Yep.
we'll just keep on going through this one.
Okay. This is a dance room. This is the dancing room.
It might as well be
Yeah.
with all these decorations up. I just have two more that are joining, and Will take care of
Yeah.
you guys from here.
Thank you.
Hey there, folks. We're just getting things started here on our mail car.
Okay, great, thanks.
Yeah. Now, really what makes this most important era in postal history was the system they devised to pick mail up and drop mail off without stopping the train. And this was known as mail on the fly. And it's the very first popular use of this phrase, on the fly. So if you'll follow me just down to this end of the car.
amazing. Did you know anything on the car?
Yeah. I've got some cars, some coaches that do it. Picks it up and drops it off.
Moving train coming through town. So you can imagine, say we're coming up through Bowling Green, anticipating this bag of mail to be here, and the train is traveling from 55 to 75 miles per hour when it catches this bag. And so we take our handle piece here, it goes in the receiver, and as you draw that handle down, you'll see how it extends out that steel arm. So traveling in this direction, right, it will collect this bag. Very simply, it does not poke the bag or pierce the bag, but that bag glides up the arm and pinches itself here in the U shape. All right, so you pull that bag off of the U, you'll throw it in the floor here. Somebody up front comes back, takes that bag, and starts to sort that mail where it goes. And what about getting mail off of the moving train? Very similarly simple, however, we don't use the arm catcher mechanism to drop off mail. Say we're coming up on Bowling Green with mail to deliver. We find the overhead bin for packages for Bowling Green. It gets put in a canvas bag, as well as envelopes from Bowling Green in the same bag, cinched shut with a string, dropped on the floor by your feet next to the open door, and as you pass by the platform or the train station, you will take that bag off with your foot, right? And this did not go perfectly 100% of the time, but it was truly a very efficient way to move mail. And this system peaked out in use during World War II, and just during the U.S. involvement in World War II, some 4 billion pieces of mail were moved here around the continental U.S. Now, folks, are there any questions about our mail car here or the mail system of this time? It is an E8A. You know it? Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, a diesel electric locomotive, and rated for a top speed of 100 miles per hour, and was state of the art for passenger train service at that time. And so once we step in, we can head towards the front of the locomotive. We'll get an opportunity to take a photo up in the engineer's seat, and we got a lot of readable material, so please feel free to take a photo of anything you might like to read later on. Yeah, please go ahead, make your way on.
Pretty basic up here.
What's this?
It was more dangerous to go eat at a restaurant than it was to drive your own vehicle on the road, and this had a lot to do with food safety preparations at this time really not being where they needed to be, of course. And the Pullman company, they created an advantage for themselves out of this by offering consistently safe train all day long on these fabulous. In the back, she's still making her way.
So I hope you enjoyed that little tour of the Corvette Museum and the Railroads Museum. As I said, really interesting things going on down there. So back here at the station, there's not a great deal changed since the last time I made a video. I've just been pretty busy with other things, as I said, and trying to get a little bit more organised, to clear things out and consider what I'm going to start to try and sell on YouTube. So that will be a task in itself, and at that point I'll start looking seriously at eBay, because I have to start thinning out what I have. I'm a bit scattered with all the various types and companies that are represented here through Partickhill. I'll need to clean the track, as we were gone for about 5-7 days, and in addition I haven't been in here running trains for the last little while, so the track may be a bit dirty and dust around. So I hope you enjoyed what you saw today, and if you did, please remember to give me that big thumbs up. It doesn't cost you anything, and it encourages me to do more. As you know, YouTube, you can either sail or fail, as they say, and you know, I do this because I enjoy doing it, and enjoy sharing what I have and what I see and what I do. So yeah, don't forget that big thumbs up, and we'll look forward to seeing you again next time soon here at Partickhill Station. Bye for now.